Okay, I tell you, I've been training.
No, I cannot.
Get your act together.
Best support person that I've had, I would say, is you, Daniel.
Max and Daniel. Again.
I don't even want to do the podcast anymore. I just want to play this game with you.
Yes. Now this is exciting.
Hello everyone, my name is Max Maeder and I'm a DBS brand ambassador and kitefoiler for Singapore. Welcome to Game On, the podcast where we explore the incredible journeys of individuals who have risen above challenges, shattered norms, and redefined success in their own fields. Today we have again another very special guest, Daniel Leow. Welcome, Daniel. Hello.
My pleasure.
Feels weird to shake your hand after so long.
Yeah.
We first met, in 2017 at an event in Thailand. We competed together and now you're my co-pilot. And Daniel travels with me to competitions year-round. And what he does is he helps me with my gear, he helps me with the technical side of things and all the trimming, maintenance, setup, and rig down, rig up, all of that, he's there to support me with. So I get to focus purely on preparation, training, and racing, or simply sharing the household chores. And that means not only all of that, but having someone to talk things through about and having someone to, without my driver's license, drive me around certain countries, right? And we just do stuff together and we work together for really high level events and everything. And going back, I was a brat.
I think we don't go there.
Just in comparison to the way I act, less respect and manners.
I mean, you're just being your kid. You just put the stuff there and then you go back and sleep. And then just on the bed.
Leaving everything on the bed.
Yeah.
Not taking care of my stuff.
Yeah, no shower. Just straight away. After the race, go to bed and sleep. Hey, Max, wake up. It's like,
Oh, we had that. Remember that picture you took of me in China?
I think you were playing some games or something on your phone. Yeah, and then you just fell asleep. I heard this guy's story. I turned around and said, you're playing with your phone. Even when you're sleeping, you're still playing with your phone.
My hand was on the phone.
Hand on the phone, yeah. I remember you used to lay your things around everywhere, but now you're like, okay, I have to really take care, organize the stuff. I don't know what made you change.
I don't know. I became more competitive, professional, influence from you. 7 years ago, I was a very different person. What made you take the choice to take me along or go along with us?
I don't really care whether you are a brat or not. It's just that I think we have such a big age gap difference, but one thing that we share in common, which is the drive to do the sport that we like.
I never heard that, really. So it was like you saw me and then you thought, I think I see this little guy who wants to do it. Let's take him along.
You were so driven. Makes me feel younger as well.
Well, great. Speaking of, we have to play a couple of moves of chess.
This is my usual opening. Okay.
You have that easygoing, very tolerant, very accommodating type of personality, and that's why I love having you around, and that's why it's so important when I'm stressed also, that you're relaxed and tolerant, and so
give you that vibe to slow down.
Exactly. So what was it like growing up with your father who had that beach life and windsurfing, and how did it influence you growing up in kitefoiling?
My dad has always involved with water sports since I was a kid. It's just like you and your dad. He was also doing very competitive windsurfing at that time. I was really young, and then he always bring me to the beach and he put on the floaty arms, put on the board, and then he just go out, and that's how I have fell in love with the sea sports. I was windsurfing for a while, and then the kite came along. When the kite came, I ditched all my windsurf gears. 10 years later, and then I met you. So I think seeing you growing up with the sport reminds me of myself. Why don't I just push him along, let him go with the flow?
I've never seen you get upset at something I do. Never. And that made me shape me into my ideal personality, or one that I want to strive towards. Is very tolerant, accommodating, and free, easygoing. Have you heard this before?
Yeah.
I really I want to be as tolerant and as helpful and as ready as you, because it's so nice for me all the time. So I see if I can give it towards other people as well, it would be wonderful.
I think there's really no point getting getting impatient.
Well, I mean, it's very easy to do. I do it to my brother all the time. So I do it to Carl all the time. So.
You guys shouting at each other.
So you told me a lot about your working life before, but you're definitely very far away from that now.
Yeah.
When did you have the transition from, you have the stable job to you have the kiting and the beach life
Yeah.
and all the traveling.
I think I told you briefly that I was in IT and stuff like that, and then I was lecturing in a university. So one day I just woke up and then I said, maybe this is not my choice of life, because every day I have to slave myself to work from like 7 to like 6 o'clock. I only get 2 days off on the weekend.
Yeah.
And then every day, you know, when I go to work, I think about kiting, about going to the sea. So one day I just like, forget it. I'm just going to go kiting. And then my parents, of course, was worried about me and said, hey, you go kiting, then how about you going to make yourself to make a living? I said, don't worry about me. I'll just find myself along the way. And I do a lot of kiting, and then people start asking me to teach them. Then I slowly get more involved with the sports. And I say, why do I go for competitions? And then that's where I met you. And the hardest thing for me to make a decision was to pull the plug as a competitor to race, and then to become the person that is helping the others. Because at that time, in 2022, I was still racing, but at that time, I already saw myself that, hey, no way I can compete with these guys. You know? These guys are like half my age. It takes me like 2 weeks to recover. For you guys, maybe like a few days to recover, or maybe 1 day.
Do you miss the racing, or do you miss being able to be out on the water as a competitor yourself?
Yeah, I still miss racing, but I think the scene is a little bit different from those days. Now, the scene is a little bit more high level and very, very competitive.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. I'm glad I quit my job and do this.
Okay. Well, speaking of being happy, I'm curious. So, what do you enjoy most about being in competitions with me?
I enjoy to see the sport growing.
Yeah.
So by involving myself in a competition with you, it helps me to understand a lot about the sport and to see how far the sports can grow. Since I started kite surfing, we didn't even have safety equipment. There were no falls yet.
The fact that you're still here is lucky.
Yeah. To see it grows and to see how the manufacturers are using this technology in the competition equipment into the free rides, what they use on the weekend foiling or kite surfing. So you can see the sport is still evolving in that sense. So that's why I feel like, you know, it's really a privilege.
You get to enjoy the evolution of the sport.
Yeah. And also to see new breed of athletes that is coming up with this in this sport.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get front row seats basically to watch.
Yeah.
Well, it's not for free completely, because you have the stress of working with me. Very demanding.
Don't go there.
So, what do you think is the hardest part about working with me? And also, is there something that bothers you on a very common basis, or what has bothered you the most?
The hardest part for me is when you goes out to kite.
Yeah.
And then when the wind starts to become a bit iffy, that's when I start thinking, okay, what are you thinking in the race course?
Yeah.
Because, you know, we don't have communication.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for me to understand what you're thinking in the water. The only thing I can know is to get some very basic information. What's the wind on the race course? Or sometimes when you come back, it's like, okay, what is it going on? Is this something wrong with your kite, with your fall? It's like...
And then sometimes, I just wanted some water.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Like, my stress level from here suddenly come up to over my head.
And then comes back down.
Come back
Just
down
some
again.
water.
Yeah, but I mean, so far it has been not so bad.
Not so bad, okay. Basically, this is an excuse for me to say, you know, how can I be a better pilot in a sense, right? Better partner.
I think what we have is quite streamlined, I should say. So maybe like bits and pieces, some improvement, but I don't see any big stuff going on.
See, so I'm behaving myself.
Yeah. so far
I'm behaving myself. Play a couple moves of chess here. This is a little bit intense here. It's a conversation. Okay, I have it. I move my pawn here. My pawn is kicking your knight, forcing it to move, and I still cover that defense square.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the right move. I was wondering what to do.
Strong defense.
Now your knight has to move. Let's see if I calculate correctly.
Okay.
There, yes, and now I can fork these pieces.
Okay.
There we go. No, I cannot. The question is, does Daniel see the move now? Yeah, he sees it. Shame. There we go. We're engrossed in the game of chess. We've had a lot of competitions together. And what do you remember as the most memorable moment or a memory that you carry with you for a long time to come?
I think the most memorable event for me was when you won your first world title at Holland in Den Haag.
In The Hague?
In Hague.
And what made it so special for you?
It felt very intense, but satisfying. It's very hard to describe in words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was the first event where we properly organized everything we did and all the gear. When we look back at the team and Johnny and Martin and you and me.
Checked you.
Oh, you checked me?
Yeah.
Okay, when people look back at what we did and how we did it together and all the experiences and the achievements, what do you hope that they'll remember the most?
I won't say hope, I would just think that, they will say that, these two guys, Max and Daniel, again.
Again?
Yeah.
Again, that's what you hope they think.
Not really hope, but just try to put that in their mind. Like, oh no, they are there again.
What do you want them to think when it's like, oh, again? What do you mean by that?
I think show some kind of inspiration to the other sportsmen that you need each other to grow. I think that's more inspiring than just being a single athlete. So you help me to grow, I help you to grow. So energy.
Yeah. Just lifting each other up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah.
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
What was the earliest thing I remember doing with you? Let's see. I remember you coming over to Wakatobi. Let's check. And then I go here.
Oh, I remember the event before Wakatobi. It was in Thailand. Remember the Koh Samui event?
Yes.
You were giving me hard time racing that time. Actually.
Was I chasing you?
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm racing with this guy, this 11-year-old kid right behind me. It's like, I can't shake him off.
It was tough. I remember a couple of races where I was going behind you. It's just like, I just was stuck and I was like, I can't get him. Like the rest of the fleet I was there, but always stuck with you. Sometimes I got in front, sometimes I didn't manage.
Yeah, I looked at the results recently. I saw, okay, I was first most of the time. Then I saw this guy behind me, like second. Okay, I remember Max is always behind me. But I think after that event, you just overtook me after that.
I was so upset. I was like, I can't have this guy beating me all the time.
That's why I like about you, because you are so driven, And then when you gave me the opportunity to train with you, that was it.
Yeah, to end this game decisively. Oh boy. This is troubling. As we play the rest of this game, this is not good for me. I've been on a losing streak with all these games.
I think this is one of those rare chances that we check.
Oh my goodness, it's not good. Here.
Okay, let me see. Check.
Forced to give up my queen. Yeah, can't go anywhere else. Oh boy. Position totally fell apart.
Check.
Checkmate.
Oh, checkmate.
I've been on a losing streak on this podcast.
This is my second time.
I need to spend less time talking about and hearing all these interesting facts and spend more time actually trying to focus on winning these games because all my guests are beating me. Very good game, Daniel.
Yep.
I think you are the biggest part of our support system. You are the glue between everyone, and some of the key things that happen, on and off the water are handled by you. And not only are you a great support, it's so pleasant to be around you all the time. And I can't imagine racing and competing without you anymore. That's the thing.
Being with you and Carl is really inspiring to me to stay young,
Definitely challenging you to stay young, that's for sure.
Give me lots of inspiration.
Yeah, we definitely keep you active, that's for sure. Very good game, Daniel.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing and thank you
Thanks.
for the candid conversation. We don't get to talk so
Awesome.
much like
Yeah,
this, right?
yeah.
We're usually just focused on the things that we are doing.
On the technical stuff.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, well, again, thanks for coming on, thanks for sharing,
Yeah.
and
My pleasure.
It's always nice to have a chat with you.